Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to the channel. You know it's your boy Anime King, and today I'm gonna be doing part 33 of What If Naruto Was Otsutsuki. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out my second channel Anime King 2 because I posted two what ifs over there. Naruto, the god of shinobi, and also, what if Naruto got a new bloodline? And if it's the first time you're hearing about Anime King 2, I'll be leaving a link at the top of the description for you guys to go over and click that red subscribe button over there and become a part of the channel. And thank you all for your support and help. And recently on this channel, I just posted a new episode of What If Naruto Was Trained to be a Mercenary, so go ahead and check out that. And if this is the first time you're hearing my voice, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and be a part of the channel. And thank you all for your support and help, and comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So to do a bit of a recap, the last time we left off, Naruto, his son, and Samantha's family were killed by Momoshiki and Raphael. Naruto then went to King, as King gave Naruto a dark object that granted him great immense of power, adding on to his already power, as Naruto was able to wipe out Momoshiki and Raphael like they were nothing. But this power, it put a darkness on Naruto's soul. Not even Kurama could make contact with Naruto. He was bound in the cell, and he lost consciousness. To the amount of darkness that was currently inside of Naruto, Naruto went on a killing spree as he started to wipe out everyone on the planet. So yeah, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Samantha was currently on her knees crying as King in his dark hollowy figure was there. "Why are you crying?" King asked. "What have you done to Naruto?" she said. "He sacrificed himself to gain this power, but it has darkened his soul. Naruto no longer desired the good or the safety for no one. He's just consumed with all of that hate and anger." "How can I stop this?" asked Samantha. "Well, you can't," said King. As Samantha lowered her head, as a thought then came to her mind. "Yes, I can," she said, as she then got up and ran into the house at her son and her family members lay down dead. She couldn't look at the sight, but she ran past them as she went into one of the rooms. She quickly searched through some stuff as she found a tag. "Yes, I found it." As she ran out back, "What are you doing?" King asked. "Don't ask me anything," Samantha said. "You're the one that caused this. You're the one that did this to Naruto, and I am going to save him." Couple of minutes passed and Naruto arrived back. His clothes was soaked in blood. He had a weird look on his face. He seemed to enjoy everything that he was doing. As he saw Samantha, he walked up to her. "You're the only one left on this planet." "No, you're not." As he then turned his head to the shadowy figure of King, Naruto then vanished. As Samantha cried out his name, but he was already gone. King quickly disabled his shadowy figure as Naruto appeared in front of him, the real King, who was on the machine. "You know, King, you have been living a long time now. It's time for you to die." "What are you talking about?" said King. "I grant you the power so you will be able to get revenge on your family. How dare you come here and try to kill me?" "It's because this power you grant me. I need a challenge, and I want more power. I want things to go my way. I want a place where I can rule and be in control, and that will become a reality." Naruto then started to walk forward towards King. King stretched out his hand as he pressed the button, as a shield appeared around him. Naruto put his hand on the shield. "You can't get through. This is an impenetrable barrier," said King. "You're really overestimating yourself," said Naruto, as he placed his hand on the barrier and started channeling his power, as the whole place started to shake as the barrier started to crack until it shattered as Naruto walked in, as he just grabbed King by the throat and raised him up. as Naruto started to absorb his power. Naruto then let go of him as Naruto disappeared. He then reappeared in front of Samantha as he looked at her. "You're the only one left. Now, your power, I need it." "Naruto," Samantha said, as Naruto started to walk forward. Samantha then dropped as she started to back away from Naruto until her back was against the wall. She couldn't go nowhere else. "Naruto," she started to cry. "I need you to remember. I need you to remember the love that we had. I need you to remember me." "You can't do this," Samantha said. "That Naruto is gone. I am a completely different As he then stopped talk. "What is this feeling?" he said, as his eyes then got clear. His Rinnegan was shadowed by the darkness. The power and everything was consuming him. As his eyes then focused on Samantha. "What am I doing?" said Naruto. "This is not the right way." "No, it is. Destroy everything. Rule. Become the new ruler. Create after the destruction." "No! I can't fight it," Samantha, Naruto said. "It's alright, Naruto. I know how to help." As Samantha brought out a tag. "What is this?" "This is a memory sealing ability. It will seal away everything, and with that I'm hoping that it will seal away all of this darkness. But you will have to keep it at bay, and you won't remember any of this." "I can't do that," said Naruto. "I can't just forget you or our son," as tears started to run out of his eyes. "Naruto, if you carry on in this path, you will become nothing but a destruction monster. And I can't allow you to go down that path. So I have to do it." "No, I can't forget you guys," said Naruto. As Samantha got up, as she rushed towards him, as she placed the thing on his forehead, as it started to burn right into his skin, as Naruto screamed out in pain, as he then dropped on the ground, as his whole body was shaking. Suddenly, the black figure appeared again. As Samantha turned her head. "King, you're still alive?" "Well, I am stuck in this form forever. Before I die, I transport my subconscious into this form. So, you can say I'm a ghost." "What do you want?" Samantha asked. "Haven't you caused enough damage?" "No, that brat over there just tried to kill me. Well, he succeeded. So now, I'm going to take the both of you down with me and finally get rid of this disgusting place." "What are you talking about?" "Well, you see, ever since my battle a long time ago, I have been planting explosion into the earth core, and this planet has enough to rip it apart, and that's exactly what I'm going to do." "No, you can't do this." "What are you talking about? I can do anything I want. I am a ghost, and basically, you and Naruto are the only one left on this planet. So, it's better to just get rid of the memory." Naruto overheard the conversation. As he still had his memories, he turned and looked at Samantha as Naruto then opened a breach that could send her to another planet. As he then used a small force and pushed her in, he was about to do the same when the symbol started to burn more into his skin. As King said, "Die." The entire planet then went up in an explosion as Samantha was on another planet and she could see the meteors coming from the sky. It was from her own planet. "Oh no, he really did it." "Naruto," she said as she dropped to her knees and started to cry. Out in space, the planet exploded. Nothing was left. But Naruto was floating in space with a white aura around him that protected him from the explosion. As his body was floating through space, one of his fingers twitched and a jolt just ran through space and ran straight into Samantha, as she didn't know what this feeling was. But she felt Naruto. Something was there. He was still alive. As she then thought about it, where would he go? The best place to check is his home planet, Earth. But it will take a long time to get there. But she has to start her trip now. And we now skip back to the real world, as that is the end of the flashback. As Samantha finished telling her story to the Leaf Ninja Shinobi, as all of them gasp as they wondered what the hell Naruto went through. 50 years on that planet, and now he has all of his memories, as Kakashi then spoke up. So what now? As Samantha had a terrifying look in her eyes. The last time he used his power, he wiped out everyone on the planet, just for greed. No reason, just to absorb their power. He wants to destroy everything, then rebuild it in his image. He wants to rule like a king. But to do that, most people will have to die. And some of these people in this village are not evil, and I won't stand for that, said Samantha. Back with Naruto, Jiraiya had to move a distance away from Naruto, although he was in a sage mode. After Naruto went through his change, Naruto's hair was long and white. His eyes only shine his Rinnegan, as his entire body took on a new form. He was wearing some sort of cape that opened up in the middle, but it came down and the end of it was sharp. It was like how Obito looked after he absorbed the Ten Tail. That is exactly how it looked, as Naruto's body was pale like the Otsutsuki's, and his face had a grin on it, as Samantha could tell that this was what happened to him back then, but his change in appearance is new. Naruto looked over at the remaining pains. Tendo Pain looked at Naruto with a curious eye. What is this? Tendo Pain wondered, as Naruto raised his hand. Annihilation, he said, as he shot out a beam. The absorption pain quickly jumped in the way and tried to absorb the attack. But no, this wasn't chakra. It ripped right through to him and disintegrated the other pain that remained. But Tendo Pain managed to move out of the way, dodging the attack, as the attack went on and blew right through Konoha and straight out of the village. And then there was an explosion, as the attack was massive, the shock wave blowing back into Konoha, as everyone wondered what the hell was that. As Kakashi, Sakura, Ino, Samantha all looked at Naruto in complete shock, and Tsunade. What is that? Tsunade asked her, as Samantha looked at her, as Tsunade could see the terror in her eyes. Naruto now remembered everything, all of his powers and his abilities. He has absorbed so much. He is virtually unstoppable. I don't think none of us can defeat him, she said. Naruto then blinked out of existence, as he appeared in front of Tendo Pain. Tendo Pain quickly raised his hand. Almighty push, he said, as he blasted Naruto head on. But Naruto didn't move, as his feet were planted into the ground. The almighty push managed to push away things behind him, but Naruto stood his ground. You think this pathetic attack can work against me? Naruto grabbed Tendo's Pain head, as he smashed it in his palms like it was nothing. Naruto pulled out one of the rods, as he then held onto it and squeezed it, as he found Pain location, as his Rinnegan made Pain scared from where he was, as Pain could feel the amount of power behind it. Naruto then turned as he looked at the village, as he then vanished, as he appeared in front of Samantha, Hinata, Ino, Kakashi, Tsunade, and Sakura. As he looked at her, Naruto, she said, please, snap out of this. No longer, he muttered. That's not going to work. But I'm not going to kill you. Well, I'm not going to kill all of you. I am just going to get something. And I'm going to get the problems out of this world. And after doing that, I'm going to rule it. I'm going to combine all of these nations into one. And with the power I have now, no one will be able to stand in my way. And also, Naruto said as he looked up at the moon, "I am coming for you as well." As he then vanished, as everyone let out a sigh of relief as Naruto was exuding some kind of deadly aura around him that made all of them even hard to move, as they weren't scared, it was just so tense and dense that they weren't able to move. Naruto then fly through the trees as he arrived at the giant tree and he stopped in front of it. Naruto slammed his hand through it as he then started to shake his hand. The tree started to shake as it started to dissolve into nothing, as it was wide open now, as Konan and Nagato were there. Konan quickly jumped in front of Nagato, but Naruto, in a burst of speed, appeared beside her and slapped her away with the back of his hand, sending her hurtling through the forest. "Before you kill me," said Nagato, "which I know you're going to do, I want to ask you, that power, how did you get to possess it?" "Well, I'm going to grant you this last request. This power I have is a power from the Otsutsukis, and all of it is now mine. And I'm here for something. And what is that? Well, your eyes." As Naruto slowly walked up to Pain, Pain then fired 4 large rods at him as they all deflect off of him. It was like a barrier or some shield. Something was around him as they all went down to the ground. Konoha then fly back towards Naruto. Her face was bloody and bruised just from the back of his hand as she stopped in front of him, as she jumped, ready to protect Nagato, as she then fired some papers at him, as they came at Naruto, but they weren't even able to touch him. The moment they got too close, they disintegrated in flames. What is this, she wondered to herself, as she then raised her hand and created a paper shuriken as she threw it at Naruto. "Annoyance," Naruto said, as he vanished and appeared behind her. He grabbed her by the neck, as he then brought her up to his face. "You know, you're annoying, but you're going to be useful for what I'm going to do with this world." As he then stared into her eyes then shadowed his eyes, as she got the Rinnegan as well. As she then dropped on her knees, she wasn't even moving at all. "What did you do to her?" asked Nagato. "Well, basically, she's now my slave, and I have plans for her." As Naruto then turned his head, as he opened a small pocket dimension and threw her right in there. "Now it's time for you to die," said Naruto, as he then held up his hand. His palm then turned bright red as he shot a beam that pierced right through Nagato's chest. As Nagato coughed up some blood, the beam ripped right through his heart, as his head then lowered, because that was an instant kill. Naruto walked up to him, as Naruto lifted up his head, as Naruto plucked out both of his eyes, as Naruto then opened another pocket dimension, as he placed the eyes in there. Naruto then walked off, as he then stopped. "Oh, go and tell your master that I am coming for him," he said, as he just said that out loud and then vanished. As Black Zetsu was in the corner watching everything. "How is this possible?" Black Zetsu wondered. "He shouldn't be able to sense me." "Let's go," said White Zetsu, as they went underground. They then arrived to a secluded area, as Tobi was currently sitting down. "Tobi," said Black Zetsu. "What is it?" Tobi asked. "It's the nine-tailed Jinchuriki Naruto. Something is up with him." "What do you mean?" asked Tobi. "He has gotten power." "What?" "His power is unlike anything we have ever seen. He was able to destroy all 6 pain in an instant, without pretty much any ease. He also took Nagato's eyes." And he also took the girl, Conan. What? Said Toby as he grabbed his fist and clenched it. What is the meaning of this? Why would he want Nagato's eyes? And for somehow he also sensed us. That isn't possible, said Toby, knowing that people couldn't sense Black Zetsu. Yes, he did. And he told us to tell you that he's coming for you. What? Toby said as he got to his feet. Skipping back to Naruto, he was flying through the air as he was going straight up, as he then stopped, as he looked down on the world. This world shall be mine soon. As he is currently sitting in the air in a meditating pose, but he's floating. As he's constructing his plan, back at the Leaf Village, Samantha was sitting down. It doesn't matter what we do now, she said as Jiraiya walked up to her. What was that? Jiraiya asked. Just give up, said Samantha. Why are you so down? Asked Ino. Because I have seen what Naruto can do in this state. And the power that all shinobis have doesn't even compare to him. You will need the power of otsutsuki and 10 times fold with that to even try and face Naruto. At this point, he can simply blink you out of existence. So don't even bother to go up against him. But why? Why? Said Ino. What is this darkness? Cannot we get it out of Naruto? No. The darkness is like a virus. When it first got to Naruto, I was able to talk to him and get him to snap to his senses for a couple of seconds. But now that the virus has rooted inside of him for so long, even though he didn't have his memory, the virus, the darkness was just rooting inside of him. But now that he got everything back, it is unleashed and it has consumed his entire body. But you heard what he said. He wasn't going to kill us. He's going to unite this place and he's going to rule it. We can't allow that, said Kakashi. The way Naruto is acting now, if anyone tried to talk to him, he will just kill them. And we can't allow him to rule the place. But how are you going to stop him? Said Samantha, as she looked at Kakashi, who had a worried look by just showing his one eye. I don't know, he said. Well, there is a way, said Samantha. What is that? Asked Ino. Yeah, what is that? Asked Sakura, as Hinata has been quiet the entire time, as she was worried about Naruto. Well, the way that Naruto get the otsutsuki power. When Remiel died, Naruto was able to get Remiel power, but he trained long and hard for that. And you guys don't have enough time. Have enough time for what? Said Kakashi. Well, Tsunade, said Samantha. What is it? Tsunade asked. I am going to need your best shinobis. For what? Said Samantha. I have a plan, but it's going to take some time. But with this plan, I believe that we can stop Naruto. Back with Naruto, he finished his journey as he descended upon the Cloud Village. He arrived at the gates as the guard saw him. Hey, who are you? The guard said. Someone for you not to mess with, Naruto said with a smirk. Answer the question, or we deem you as a threat and take you out. Take me out? What do you mean? You're gonna try and kill me? So, if you don't want to die, answer the question. Naruto looked at the guard as he released an almighty push, destroying the gates and the wall as all of the guards are sent flying away as Naruto turned his sight on the village. So this is my first stop. Let's see if he will abide by my rules. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see this part of it, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification so you posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also go ahead and check out Uchiha Naruto the Sage on my second channel. I post a new episode And I also post a new episode of What If Naruto Got a New Bloodline. So go ahead and check that out and enjoy. And on this channel I just post a new episode of What If Naruto was trained to be a mercenary. So check that out and enjoy as well. And thank you for all of your support. But I'm out for now guys. Peace.